Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Teleislas News with the most important news of the day. In his most recent visit, the Comptroller General of the Republic spoke about the resources allocated for the new hospital.
The Deputy Comptroller for Health follow-up of the reconstruction of the archipelago after the destruction caused by Hurricane Iota. The Delegate Comptroller for Health had a meeting with the Departmental Health Secretariat.
La Contraloría General de la República, a través de la delegada.
The Comptroller General of the Republic, through the Delegate of Health, has been monitoring the resources that have been allocated to the archipelago. Resources that were allocated for the reconstruction of the hospital. In this regard, a meeting has been held with the Departmental Secretary of Health and with the Social State Enterprise, refers to as ESE, and we will also meet with the Risk Unit and the Ministry of Health to know the progress of the reconstruction.
The entity made a call for attention because to date there are only yet $1,000,000 pesos for the reconstruction of the whole hospital, but work has not yet begun.
Por ahora, hemos encontrado que a la fecha solo se cuenta.
At the moment, we have found that to date there is a budget valuation of more than 8,000 million pesos for the construction of the old hospital, but no work has begun on this issue. For this, the Comptroller's Office will continue to follow up on the resources destined for the reconstruction of San Andres.
This news agency will be attentive to the development of this news and to what the local authorities say about this meeting held with the Comptroller General of the Republic.
The local government is leading a campaign that seeks for people who are affiliated to the subsidized health system can complete their process to avoid losing the benefit.
The departmental government through the Health Secretariat has been carrying out a campaign to encourage people who are affiliated to subsidies regime without a sisben survey to go to the entity's office to complete the process.
We inviting as government for all the community that no have the classification sisben methodology for, please assist to sisben office and get themselves classified. Why we need that? We need that because we have plenty people that in a régimen subsidiado and activos por emergencia y na contributivo we don't have the classification sisben yet. And if they don't have this requirement, we will have to take them out a health service, health affiliation, and that is not the idea.
The requirement what you have to care by the sisben office is photocopy of no cédula, board paper and tarjeta identidad 150 the two side, uno care that, and for one of the paper them uno write the direction of the house, or electronic mail, and uno cell phone. And we're working from 8 till 11 and from 2 till 5 from Monday to Friday. Uno can please come out and bring it for uno get in the statistic base and the new platform and what we're using. Everything is in line what we're using now.
This campaign seeks that all community of the island can access the health service in the department.
3 professional technical programs are available to the community with forgivable credit. Enrollment will be open until next July 2022.
Invitarlos a todos a que se acerquen a la institución.
I want to invite all of you to come to the institution to enroll and review our academic offerings and to join us in the 3 programs that we are offering for 2021 and 2022.
On the other side, Gallardo indicated what other programs are available to the community.
Técnico profesional en sistemas informáticos,
professional technician in computer systems, a professional technician in architectural design and drawing, and a professional technician in community services. The tuition is totally free. They are forgivable credits, and the only requirement is to enroll and complete the semester successfully and thus access the free tuition.
Interested persons have registration period until this July 29th, and the schedule will be from 3 to 7 and to 7 to 11 in the evening in the classroom with alternating schedule method. Lastly, we inform you that the classes will start on Monday, August 2nd.
And at the press conference, the commander of the Coast Guard station spoke about the rescue of shipwrecked fishermen 6 miles from San Andres.
Good evening, Sanadi TV viewers. I say hello from here from the Coast Guard of our department. Because hours of the Mani, the commander of the Coast Guard of our island, made a press conference talking about the rescue of 5 fishermen that went to fishing in the Monday day. This is what he told us about this rescue and also why they couldn't take out the boat, what was sinking in the sea.
The National Navy, through the Coast Guard station and units attached to the specific command of San Andres, we managed to perform a search and rescue operation of 5 people who were traveling to the Southern Keys to do fishing work. This boat unfortunately suffered a problem in its structure, for which there was a fairly rapid entry of water, and that was what caused the capsizing of this boat.
The units also attempted to tow the boat, but it required a more complex buoyancy maneuver for which they did not have capabilities, and for this reason the boat could not be recovered.
Fortunately, the reaction of the station was immediate, which produced the rescue of the 5 adults in a timely manner and managed to get these people out of the water and safely brought back to land and about 6 nautical miles from San Andres.
The 5 men between 25 and 33 years after the rescue received medical attention through the Coast Guard. This is all the information we report from here. From this point of the island, continue listening studio with more information.
Thank you, Alice. And in other news, with the participation of 12 applicants to join the sewing course to be held at the Casa La Cultura on the Hill, a training session was held over the weekend. The Secretary of Culture on the islands provide information on this subject.
Out of 20 women registered, 12 were participants in the training held this past weekend at the Secretariat of Culture. According to the Secretary, the courses will be starting in early August.
We have been advancing in the program from the sewing, like fertilizing our traditional and ancestral knowledge. So this Friday and Saturday, we have been working along with the SENA, because we're organizing so that the first week of August we'll be able to start this program effectively. Well, the thing is that we are making sure that this woman not only receive classes from sewing, but also other what they call in Spanish electivas.
The classes will be taught by instructors from SENA who have been selected in an interinstitutional work with this institution. It is also important to mention that the courses will be certified.
A review of the visit to the city of Bogotá by the Secretariat of Mobility was given by the head of the portfolio, Luis Torres James. According to the Secretary, good practices were taken as an example to follow and implement in the islands.
Following the visit of the Departmental Mobility Secretary to the city of Bogotá, he spoke about the exchange of good practices regarding the implementation of Law 1730, whereby Article 128 of Law 769 of 2002 National Land Traffic Code is replaced. The Secretary stated that he intended to be implementing this on the island.
Que en la isla se ha aplicado la ley de patio.
The yard law has never been applied, and there are approximately 1,200 vehicles that we want to evacuate from the island as scrap because they are polluting material. A purpose of the governor, who has delegated this function to me because of the mission of the office.
The Secretary added that the idea of this visit is to be able to update the Mobility Secretariat on the island so that the processes are developed effectively. The visit to the Secretary of Mobility in Bogotá was described as positive by the Undersecretary of Citizen Services.
An option to improve the mobility policy on the island by applying good practices from road safety. From the pedagogical courses that are by law, and already these seeing how the citizen movement is transformed into a better road actor responsible with a city and with an island like San Andres is a positive report.
During the visit, guidelines were transmitted on how to carry out the operability, and the accompaniment and training was carried out so that it can be implemented in the same way in the department.
In the Assembly, several secretaries present their arguments on the budget addition that was requested to the Assembly with Draft Ordinance 020.
The Budget Commission continues in the Departmental Assembly, where the Secretaries of Infrastructure, Planning, Mobility, Health and Tourism are presenting their arguments on how they will invest the money request in Draft Ordinance 020. Several secretaries spoke to our cameras to tell us a little about their arguments before the deputies.
We have included projects for entrepreneurship and business development, which consist of providing contributions to micro-entrepreneurs through the Chamber of Commerce and Bancoldex. There are 2 housing projects, one for the improvement of housing for the elderly, a social housing project where we are looking for national support through the Housing Ministry. Finally, the topic of the land use plan.
are included what has to do with the improvement of the sidewalks of the Americas Avenue Phase 2, the descent of the Morgan Cave, the paving of the RCN Street, some sectors of Around the Rock, 6th Street, and to continue working on the grids that are uncovered.
Regarding the request of the Secretariat of Health and Tourism, they are requesting more than 40,500 million pesos and 2,750 million pesos respectively.
And now let's get to know other facts that are making news in our brief news sections of today.
The Tourism Protection Group of the National Police leads the campaign in the department All Against Theft, which seeks to prevent this crime in all its forms through the use of banners with messages alluding to the caring of personal belongings. The uniformed officers encourage residents and tourists to take care of their items in public spaces, especially before entering the beaches, in addition to making use of the face masks. The Environmental Corporation for the Sustainable Development of the Archipelago Coralina conducted a raising of awareness instruction door-to-door for noise control. During the activity, they visited the mosquito net sector, where they explained to the public the noise parameter and the ban on the use of pickups and auto speakers, in addition to the penalties that can be presented for non-compliance with the measure. The departmental essay continues with the vaccination process for pregnant women with the Pfizer biologist. Women who are between 12 weeks of gestation and up to 40 days of postpartum may access the vaccine against COVID-19. They will only need to come to the auditorium of the Clarence Lynn Nuba Hospital from 8 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon.
Now we continue with the weather forecast. The weather forecast for today, July 28, in the coastal area of the archipelago, the sky is mainly cloudy. Temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, with winds from the northeast direction, with intensities of 24 km per hour. Humidity forecast is of 79%, and probability of precipitation is of 12%.